Ladies and gentlemen and programmers, we're going to do lesson 5, part 8. We're going to learn about how to get in the black keys. All right. So what more do we need to make the black keys, right? So we figured out this whole abstraction thing where we could get this key to play different key with different keys and different sounds, right? Now we need a key to be able to play different keys, different sounds, and have a different image, right? So what more do we need in the programming to do it? Write that down. Take a guess of what we need to add. And the answer is we need 2 more instance variables. We need the up image instance variable that holds the, guess what? The up image. And we need the down image instance variable that holds the down image, right? What more do we need? We need some instance variables. If that's not it, though, we need some more than that. We're going to also need to play around with the constructor. We're going to need to play around with the world so that we can send it the up image and down image. There's lots to do. Okay, so look. So what we need is from the world is going to send it the white key, and the world is also going to send it the white key down, or the black key and the black key down, right? And it's going to stash them in our instance variables, okay? So it's going to go from the world into a local variable into our instance variable, from the world into a local variable into the instance variable. Answer these questions. Okay, let's answer these questions. How will the black keys know what key and sound to use? Well, the black keys and the white keys will know which key and sound to use because we're going to send it from the world. How will the black keys know what up image and down image to use? Well, they're going to know what up image and down image to use because we're going to send it from the world to the constructor. What will we need to do what are we going to need to add in order to make this happen? We're going to need to add instance variables. We're going to have to add some stuff to the constructor, and we're going to have to change what we're doing in the world when we add keys. All right, so your constructor can right now accept 2 things. We have string key name and string sound file. It can get the key and the sound. Okay, how many things does it need to accept in the parameters in order to get change the images? Well, how many things does it need? It needs 4 things. It needs key, sound, the up image, and the down image. We need to add 2 things. Fix the key constructor to accept the up and the down images as string. So we're going to add string up image and string down image. And then, so this is in the key. This is the constructor. And we need to switch this code right here. So up image now equals up image, and down image now equals the down image. Let's take a look. Okay, so we come over here. Let's see, let's shrink this down so we can see it. Okay, so we already have key, sound, up image, down image, right? So we have our instance variables. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change our constructor so that it can add, so we have public key, string key name, we already have that, string sound file, string up image, and we have down image. Why am I using image instead of image and image instead of image? Well, we already have up image and down image. These are the instance variables. These are going to be the local variables, okay? And the next step is this. We're going to say the up image equals new green fit image up image, okay? So we're going to send it, and then the down image equals the new green fit image down image, and then we're going to set, this is important, whatever we say, hey, if it's a white image, we're going to set it, hey, use the white image. If we send it a black image, we're going to set it right at the get-go. This is in the constructor, so it happens right at the beginning. We're going to do that. Okay, so once you get all this done, making sure you say set image to up image, you're going to notice all of a sudden, uh-oh, we have a problem in the piano. So we're trying to fix something, but yet at the same time we're breaking something, which is very common. Okay, so anywhere you're adding an object, new key, white keys I, white notes I, well, actually, let's look over here. Let's take a look. You're going to get an error message, what is it? And it's going to be in the piano world. And why are we getting this message, and how do you fix it? Answer those questions. Okay, well, the error message we're going to get is right here. It says, hey, the constructor and key, it cannot be applied to given types. It requires, now, how many strings? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did we send it? 1, 2. Okay, so for everywhere where you're making a key or adding an object key, you're going to have to add this at the end here. Let's press, I already have it down. So you're going to say comma, whitekey.png and whitekeydown.png, right? And you have to do that everywhere. So we have a bunch of things, make white keys with loop and array. Okay, so we're going to have it here, everywhere, basically everywhere we added a key, we're going to have to add in those 2 extra things. Okay, so everywhere we made keys, you're going to have to add in the white key and white key down. Okay. Okay, so down here, same thing. I did a white keys with loop. Every method where you added keys, you're going to have to fix that and add the 4 things: the key, the sound, the up image, and the down image. Okay, so what is the error message? There's something wrong with the constructor. Why are we getting this message? Because the constructor requires 4 strings and we had only sent it 3. How do you fix it? You send it the key, the sound, the up image, and the down image. Okay, now modify your existing loop in Piano World so that you send the white keys, the up and down images. I just showed you how to do that. This goes in the parameters. I just showed you how to do that. Okay, so this is not going to fix the problem of the black keys yet, but we're getting there. So we're getting close to be able to add black keys. Okay, so this is the new code for the white keys. So white keys I, white notes I, plus dot wave, and then white key dot png in quotation marks. You got a comma, comma, and then white key down dot png in quotation marks. Just showed you that right here. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we're kind of just did that. Okay, so so we're going to add a method called make 2 black keys. Okay, and we're not going to use a loop yet. We're going to add that in a bit. Be sure to call it from the world's constructor. Okay, so we're going to do this. So we're going to play around with it. So now we have the ability to send it the correct key and sound. Okay, so we're going to go up to our constructor. Okay, so we're going to make this thing called make 2 black keys. Okay, I'm jumping ahead on this one. We're not supposed to have make black keys with loop and array yet. Okay, we're just doing the make 2 black keys. Okay, so add that to your constructor. So we're going to ask it to make 2 black keys. Okay, then we're going to come down, and this is what it's going to look like if we're going to add 2 black keys. Add object, new key. Okay, so you can make it play whatever you want. Okay, and so here's the key, here's the sound as far as that goes. But then for the image, it's going to be black key.png and then black key down.png. And then for the placement, you can put it wherever you want. Okay, that's just what I chose to do. All right, let's see what this does when we run it. Okay, so when we run it, you can see that, look, hooray, I can actually do the white keys and the black keys. And let's see if those things play. What was it? Oh. I still have some weird code in there. Let me fix this code real quick, and I'm going to come back. Hold on, I'm pausing this. Okay, so I had play 10 times still running, and I'm going to change it to where it's Z and X plays these keys. So let's try it. If I hit run, I go Z, and I do X. Okay, that's odd. I wonder what's happening here. It's changing back. It's not working properly, right? So if I hit reset, okay, oh look. So I have the key. So this is kind of odd. So let's see if we can figure this out. So here's the solution to that, I think, is going to be, we're going to probably have to look in the key class. So let's take a look at the key class. What's happening? Okay, so it's working because right at the get-go, hey, I sent it the black image, right, and the black down image, right, and then it's storing it in up image, down image. The first thing I did is say set image to up image. Okay, what variable is holding the correct up image? Up image. What instance variable is holding the correct down image? Down image. Let's take a look at the code here. Okay, so oh look, what am I doing? I'm having it always is playing the white key down. Okay, so I'm going to change this to down image. So I'm going to go down image, control copy. I'm going to come down here where it says this. And by the way, okay, I do not need it in quotation marks because it's not the letters down image. It's that box. It's the instance variable there. And then right here, we're going to replace this with not the down image, but the up image. Okay, so we had a little bit of a problem. Let's see what happens if we do that. All right, let's check it out. So I'm going to hit reset. I'm going to run. I'm going to hit Z. There we go. All right, so we were able to do it. Okay. All right, so this is the code I already showed you, right? And we fixed the issue. So now we're sending it from the G, we're sending the G into key name 3A.wave into sound file. The black key goes into image 1 or up image. I changed this from image to up image. And then black image is going to go to there. Anyway, so we're stashing the correct stuff in each of the instance variables, and it's working. Okay, add a new method called make black keys with loop and array. In the piano class, it creates and places the black keys using loop. This is tricky because the black keys are not evenly spaced. All right, so we're going to make black keys with loop and array. Okay, but before you do that, let's jump ahead. We need to put in this right here. Uh-oh, why does that have that? So let's don't put in the question marks. These should be blank. I'm going to fix that real quick. Hold on. Okay, this is better. So we have blank, blank, blank. Why are those blank? And the reason they're blank is that's where we're going to skip a key. That there's going to be, if you look at the way the black keys look on a keyboard, you have some spots you skip. And notice again, these are parallel arrays. So you have 1, 2, skip, 1, 2, 3, skip, 1, 2, skip, 1, 2, 3, skip. All right, so it's going to look a little something like this. Okay, so you have your white keys. You have your array for your white keys, and then you have your array for your black keys. Okay, black keys, black notes. Okay, get those all in. And then in the constructor, you're going to add make black keys with loop and array. Okay, and we're going to get rid of this. So you can hit F8 and get rid of the make two black keys. Don't get rid of, don't erase stuff, but we can just F8 this out. Okay, so what's the make black keys with loop and array going to look like? Well, let's take it. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to copy this and paste it, right? And then you're going to change everything to black. Okay, so it's going to look like this when you're done. Make black keys with loop and array. Okay, so this is not right. I copied and pasted. I didn't finish yet. So it's not going to be while I is less than white keys dot length. It's going to be black. Okay, and then add object, new key, and then same thing. We're going to switch this to black and black. Okay, and then let's scooch you over. Okay, and then the same thing here. We're not going to use the white keys. It's going to be black and black. And then now the other thing that's going to be different is the spacing of it. Okay, so we got to figure out. Let's see what this looks like to get us going. Okay, so let's compile that. No errors. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is pretty good. This is a good start. We're going to need to scooch him over a little bit, and we're going to need to scooch him up, and then obviously, so this one and this one shouldn't go, but let's take a look at it. Let's see if we run. Okay, it's going to give us an error. It's like that key does not exist. So please change the key name. Okay, so it doesn't like this. So let's go back. So that's probably why I had those question marks in there now that I think about it. So let's go back to our code, and we're going to go into our piano, and we're going to go up here. We're going to replace these things. It doesn't like these blanks, but eventually we're going to put them back. But everywhere there's a blank, we're going to put a question mark back. It can't play it doesn't know how to play the nothing key. So we're gonna go back and do that, and then we'll put them in here as well. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if that fixes our issue. Let's close this down. Let's reset it. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so W, E. If I hit question mark, it's going to play that one. All right, so we have it. Okay, we got to figure out the spacing, though. All right, so how do we get the black keys spaced correctly? The hint is the black keys are 172 pixels tall, and then the spacing is going to be, they're going to be spaced along with the white keys. So the white keys are 63 pixels wide. So see if you can get that to work out. See if you can figure out how to do that. Here's what I did. So I scoochied it over 85. I just played around with it until I got it centered on the first time around. I times 63, scoochied over 63 each time because that's the width of the white keys. And then half of 172 is 86. Okay, change the code like that. And now, oh, that didn't work. So it should look something like that. Didn't work. I'm going to have to play around with that number to get it centered. Let's play around with 85. We'll have to just let's try 75. We'll keep trying different numbers until we get it right. A little bit more. Let's try 65. Like I said, we'll just keep playing with it till we get it right. Well, that's about right. Probably about 63 would probably. Let's try 60. You can't see me doing it, but I'm going to change it to 60, see what that does. Yeah, there we go. Probably about 62 or something. Anyway, that's pretty darn close. All right, so now we're good. Now the problem is, though, we need to get rid of that key. We need to get rid of that key. So let's see if we can figure out how to do that. How can we handle the missing black key in the 3rd, 7th, and 10th positions on the keyboard? We got to figure out how to do it. What do we know that's common about each of these keys? What's the thing that's the same about each of these keys? Well, the thing that's the same about each of them, if we go into the piano class and we look up here, they all have a what? A question mark. Okay? So every time you have a spot where there's supposed to be a blank space, there should be a question mark. See if we can figure out what to do with that. And eventually we can change it either to back to a blank or leave it a question mark if we want, either way. All right, so write this down. Use pseudocode to come up with a solution to handle the missing black key in the 3rd, 7th, and 10th position. So write that down in your notes. And see if you can figure that out. Okay, so the idea of the pseudocode is going to be some sort of if statement. So if it's not blank, then go ahead and make the key. Or if it's not a question mark, go ahead and make the key. If it is a question mark or blank, then skip it. Okay, so let's take a look at what that's going to look like. It's going to look a little something like this. Okay, so here's our make black keys with loop and array method. Okay, so we start off with the same thing, int I equals 0, while I is less than black keys.length. So we're going to say, hey, if black keys I is not equal to a question mark or blank, then we're going to add the key. Otherwise, if it is equal to a question mark, we're going to not add the key, but we need to have this else here. We still need to have the I++. So it's going to go through and it's going to skip them. Okay, try that and see what it does. That should be the solution where now we have the keys placed correctly. We have the white and the black keys. So we're almost done. We're almost done. All right, so that's the end of part 8.